Hello everyone, welcome back to the Acing article series. In this video, we're going to go through the steps of attempting an IGCSE article question so that you don't fret when it comes to your exam and you ace your articles. Let's go. Articles are part of your directed writing assignments, which means your article is based on the information given in the text. So, before reading your text, it's worth knowing what kind of information you're looking for. For that reason, first, what we're going to do is read the question. So I can see here in this question, there are 3 bullet points. That means there are 3 objectives that need to be accomplished in my article. One is the challenges of Jane's work, chimpanzees and their lives, and lastly, why Jane's work is important. I have color-coded each of these objectives, and I will move forward in annotating my text and finding out these key information. Our next step is to read the text, extract the required information, and classify whether the information fulfills the red, green, or blue objective. Remember, there's a lot of implicit information here, so we really need to think deep about each line. First off, it says that Jane is a scientist. When we think of scientists, we think of research and discovery. This fulfills the objective of what does Jane's work involve, hence red. Next, she is an animal rights campaigner, so this could mean that she's fighting for the protection of animals. This could be something she hopes to achieve, hence this is the blue objective. Moving on to the first paragraph here, she has woken up before the alarm. Wow, that sounds like real dedication and passion for her work. Again, this sounds like the red objective. Next, all she eats for breakfast is banana and coffee. That doesn't sound like much of a breakfast. It seems like supplies are minimal and she's surviving on limited rations. That could be a challenge there. Red. She brings a camera, notebook, and pencil. Again, this shows that her work involves research and observation. And afterwards, she is waiting. Waiting shows that she's having a lot of patience, and this could be a real challenge for her. So, everything in that paragraph fulfills red. In the second paragraph, we see that Fifi makes a nest for herself and her infant. This sounds like a kind and caring thing a mother would do. This could describe the habits of the chimpanzees, their motherly nature, protection for the young, and also sleeping habits. So we highlighted that as green. After that, we see lots of names, Fifi, Fanny, Flossie, and how they're all related to each other. They look like a big family. So that could be another lifestyle of the chimpanzees. Green. Moving on to the third paragraph, Jane remains still, aware that pandemonium might break out. This shows that she requires a lot of patience and she needs to be very delicate in the way she works to avoid apocalypses. A challenge, so red. Next, she lectures and lobbies around the world. So traveling over the world and spreading information about chimpanzees. In other words, this shows that she is raising awareness. This shows how her work is important, so blue. In the fourth paragraph, Greybeard led off and the chimps headed north. Okay, so apparently there's a leader in the tribe and they have a travel route. It's all organized. This describes the chimpanzee's lifestyle, so both are green. They move to the valley and opposite slope. Wow, that looks like a long way to walk. Long distances can be challenging for Jane, so red. The chimps groomed for a while. Okay, grooming sounds like a habit for them, so let's have it in green. Fifth paragraph. All the way from daily lives to social structures, it explicitly gives you the information of what Jane's work involves and what exactly she studies about the chimpanzees. Next, there's this long description about how Greybeard makes a tool. It says here, humans weren't only the tool-making animals. So that shows that chimpanzees are also very skilled at tool-making, inventing, and that they're problem solvers. Chimps were vegetarians. So this is talking about food habits. Chimps eat both meat and leaves. The chimps waged war once. This is talking about their personality. They're territorial and aggressive. Green. Looking at the 6th and 7th paragraphs, we read that there's an outbreak of chimp calls. So this talks about how the chimpanzees are communicating and warning each other of dangers. Later on, we see one of the chimps are playing. So this shows how chimpanzees are having a playful personality. So both of these are green. Next, we read about the torrential rain and how Jane gets cold, wet clothes. That sounds dangerous. Jane has to cope with the challenging weather conditions, so red. Last line, how much we still have to learn. There's still a lot we don't know, so that describes why Jane's work and research is important. That's a blue. Now that we're done reading and getting all the information we need, it's time to plan. For an introduction, there are many methods you can use, and I've displayed 4 such methods here to catch the reader's attention. First, you can use a rhetorical question, which works better for argumentative articles. You can also start with a fun fact, or even a short description. To make your description dramatic and effective, start off with short phrases or singular words. Hot tip. You can even start with a brief personal anecdote. However, as this particular topic is more about facts, you can skip out on this one. Planning the body. Here, I've simply written down everything we've already discussed in the text. In order to fine-tune my plan, I've also written some ideas for jokes or rhetorical questions, which can come in handy while writing my article. Finish off with a nice title and separate your information of red, green, and blue using subheadings. And you're done. Here's my sample answer.